Part 1. The Truth of a Perfect Family. Intro YouTube style. Friends, if you want to watch our true crime stories, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Today we are going to start a story which shook the whole of America. A family that looks happy from the outside is filled with death and deceit from the inside. This is Chris Watts' family murder case. Perfect family. Chris Watts used to work in an oil company who lived in Frederick City of Colorado. His wife Shanann Watts used to do online business. They had 2 daughters, Bella, 4 years, and Celeste, 3 years. And the third child was on the way. Shanann often shared the happiness of her family on social media. Watching her videos, it seemed as if everything is perfect. People say Watts' family is a dream family. But friends, the smile on social media does not always tell the real truth. August 13, 2018. The beginning of the disappearance. Shanann returned from a trip late at night with her friend Nicole Atkinson. She had a doctor's appointment in the morning, but she did not arrive, did not pick up the phone, nor did she reply to messages. Nicole was very worried. She reached Shanann's house. The door was closed, but Shanann's car and purse were at home. Nicole called the police. When the police reached the house, there was no one inside. Shanann and both the daughters were missing. The condition of the house was strange, as if everything had happened suddenly. Chris also reached home and started expressing concern. But the police started noticing his reaction was not like that of a worried husband, but like that of an actor. Neighbor suspicion. The neighbors showed their CCTV footage to the police. In that, Chris was seen doing strange things near his truck early in the morning. He was taking many trips, loading and unloading something. The neighbor said, "Chris never does this. Something is wrong." Now the suspicion deepened. The whole area and the media were asking, where is the Watts family?
Outro parte 1.
Part 2. Lies and Confessions. Intro. Reminder. Friends, in Part 1 we saw that Shanann and their daughters suddenly disappeared. Chris was acting as an innocent husband in front of the cameras. But the police were sure Chris is lying. Chris's lie. Chris said on the TV cameras, "If my wife and daughters are listening, please come back home." But friends, there was no pain in his eyes and body language. The police interrogated him. When did you last talk to Shanann? Did you have a fight? Where can she go? Chris would give different answers every time. His words did not match. Polygraph test. The police gave Chris a polygraph test. Chris said, "I will pass." But the machine cannot be fooled. He failed. Chris broke down. The police put pressure on him. After hours of interrogation, Chris broke down and confessed. He strangled his wife Shanann to death, and then killed both daughters Bella and Celeste too. Why did he do it? The truth was even more horrifying. Chris was having an affair with a woman named Nicole Kessinger. He felt that Shanann and the children were an obstacle in the way of his new life. So Part 3. Bodies, Punishment, and Lesson. Intro. Reminder. Friends, in Part 2 you heard that Chris confessed to killing his wife and daughters. Now it was the turn of that truth which shook the whole of America. The truth of the bodies. Chris told the police he buried Shanann's body by digging a pit at his company's oil site, and he put the bodies of both the girls in the oil tanks. Think, friends, a father who raised his daughters since birth hands them over to death with his own hands. Statement of Nicole Kessinger. The media questioned Chris's girlfriend Nicole. She said, "Chris had told me that he was getting a divorce. I did not know that he was such a dangerous person." But the public's anger did not subside. Everyone thought this affair turned Chris into a murderer. Courtroom drama. November 2018. Chris Watts appeared in court. Shanann's parents were in tears. They said, "We have lost our daughter and grandchildren. This pain will never end." Chris confessed his crime. The court sentenced him 5 life sentences without parole. That means he will never be able to come out of jail again. Lesson. Friends, this case teaches us a big lesson. The happy family that appears on social media can actually hide the most dangerous truth. Chris Watts destroyed his wife, his daughters, and his unborn son just for his desires in an affair. Final outro, YouTube style. Friends, this was the complete story of Chris Watts' family murder case in 3 long parts. If you found this series informative, then subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, because next time I will bring another horrifying true crime story.